Got ourselves Arator over for the team 1. Actually, kinda, I can see, well, blonde hair is missing, but like, I see what you're trying to go with Arator. Look, we got Bayek on this team, we got ourselves Rest and Hell with Rogue, what is his name? Wait, Young, that's Rogue guy. And then Rogue Roganoi? Is that supposed to be like beef stroganoff, but like in a rogue format? What is happening? He's still on the Saya as he got himself Searing Glare to follow up. He's going to try to see if he can back up out of there. Gonna take a bit of the downlight damage. So for Arator, does burn a trinket. So does Saya actually. So actually, the both paladins are basically an even standing, even footing right now. Not the worst setup, honestly. Arator just tried to see if he can continue blasting out damage at Saya. It's just got a lot of damage back to him. The Arator getting locked out in a stun. I think I'm switching wrong target. Not bubbling? The fact that this man chose not to bubble there. As it was that low, is Saya gonna have to bubble? Saya bubbles. Dude, for Arator, might be a win. I don't know if he can go for immunity. He just used Lay on Hands. He tries to see if he can live. Belfracial, he's got a bubble in case he needs to. Arator could win. Bubbles onto Saya. Saya cannot really do much. Does Arator turn this around? Saya, I don't think he can spell ward even for a while. He's gonna have to pre-spell Warden. He does have Lay on Hands though, so Saya does still have some outs. Stun onto Arator. No more big outs. He does have an immunity. Saya's also gonna have an immunity. It might be best for Arator to match an immunity. I actually think you should match it. Yeah. Now you gotta find the stun onto Saya and dump as much damage into him as you can. I think that is how you win. Saya's gotta Lay on Hands and regenerating. There goes the regenerating. Arator needs recovery. I think Saya might have won this. Does Arator sit down for the mage foot? He is sitting down for the mage foot, still melting to the dawn light. Plan on doing those in beta? Definitely, as long as we got bodies, man. I don't think we have enough bodies right now, but they should be doing a big beta invite on December 3rd, and maybe by then I'll know. We got a bunch of people on there, man. I told everybody that has the beta to add me to try to see if we can get ourselves groups over for the beta. I think it'd be super fun, man. If you want to join us at Bastion, you're more than welcome to, man. Arator got nothing left in his back pocket. Saya still has a Lay on Hands, so he's okay. Arator needs to find victory here. He just tried to self-heal himself as much as possible. Equalize and help with Saya. Wait a second, maybe it turned around. I think he just won. He actually won, but does he go? He doesn't go down. He beat Saya. Saya had a Lay on Hands, but that stun didn't let him do nothing. Arator actually won. I think he might actually be real Arator. He might be the real Arator. It's so good. That was so great. Oh, well done. That was great play. Him getting a chance, getting Saya to burn a bubble does give Arator a chance there. Man is playing to heal himself and survive. He's actually, the fact that he didn't just randomly bubble once I had him so low. Well done, Trey, my boy. Well, definitely did, dude. Rick out here skulking around. He's got his umbrella. He's got his pets out here. Man is ready for it. Man is ready. That's how you can tell, boys. I'm up a lot, which I mean a lot early, man. I had a random voice crack in between. I had a late night last night, man. I played Baldur's Gate with my bro because we were like, you know what? It's Thanksgiving, man. Might as well spend some more time with the family. Rick is just spinning like crazy. Hannah Goldon's crashing down. Got himself the, he's playing into not a Diabolist anymore. He is back onto the Soul Harvester. Interesting choice. Again, I'm just not used to that demon just running around cloning people, by the way. Resident get a blasted in the opener. What was that damage? He barely got it to do anything. Sitting at half health, having to burn his big healing abilities immediately. That is a bunch of demons chasing after him. Double Felgar on the approach. Does go for the hop from a mile away. Does connect from downtown, landing a kick onto Rick, trying to keep the damage going. Metamorphosis right after stunning all those pets. And it's going to be his soul ripped out of his body. May need to go to retrieve it just to make sure he's got all the healing in the world. Big damage onto Rick, trying to see if he can stun him as best as possible. Locking him down. Axtos does have a trinket. Mortal to follow. Does he get line of sight? He doesn't get the line of sight he needed. But Metaform is still active. Shadow Fury to follow up. Dressrock is joining in. Resinel still has health to work with. Rick has no health whatsoever. Resinel is going to turn around and is going to go for as much survivability as possible, picking up some of those demonic souls from behind the pillar. Rick got himself yet another demon spawning in. Resinel no health whatsoever. Backflipping out of this. Stone to Rick, but he has Reflect. And Rick does end up taking him out with the demon bowl. Does get him super low. Thought I had enough to kill. Damage to kill apparently 11%. Nerve did the trick. Bro, seriously, the nerves actually did do the trick. Rogue and Tony. I'm gonna call him, dude. I'm gonna call him Rogue and Tony, man. I'm just gonna call him Rogue. What is it? Rogue Rogoni? Rogatoni, dude. Rogatoni. I'm okay with that. I'm giving him his nickname just because my brain does not process his name super easily. Rick just tried to see if he can spam fear the guy. Port! Oh, that step! That is so perfect. He doesn't even know that the rogue is on top of him. The rogue caught a vanish. He's an actual stealth. Rick is just that good at predicting rogues. He's like, I know he's going to step on me. So I'm just going to port. Gateway out. He knows exactly where the rogue is at, man. He actually sees him. It's going to be Garrotes out for rogue. As he got himself Mortical to follow here right after. Just needs to spam CC onto the rogue while he is out on trinket. Next Cloak of Shadows is going to give him that cover for all the CC. Backing up out of that, letting the pets do work. Tyrant joins in, and that's probably going to be the big demon joins in. Is going to leap in, go for a bit more of that Cloaking Shadows for Rick. He just tried to see if he can stay away. Cloak of Shadows by the rogue. Does have a port. Try to see if he can maximize this range. Is going to go for the mat slow, and the rogue is just going to melt to those pets from out in the open. Rick does take another one. With young Jay going to be up next. Try to see if he can drop in a Frozen Orb. The Frozen Orb getting caught in all those demons. Try to drop Blizzards all the time. It is going to have that flurry reflected back to him. Rick trying to be extra careful. Knows there's going to be blinks. Immediate axe toss on a Young. Try to see if he can save those CCs or those interrupts for the cast of Young. Catch him almost in the fear. Block. Immediate Ray of Frost. Try to see if he can stay super aggressive. Rick may just go down here. Drain life. Barely keep it alive. Or so he can dodge the breath. He's still alive. He's still out here kicking. Barely though. Barely alive. There's going to be port out for Young, but Rick getting himself out of dodge. Big Summon Gloomfiend. He just needs a little bit more. Ring of Frost is going to stop his escape on the left-hand side. He got himself a Tyrant, so it's going to be a bit of free damage onto Young. With Rick picking up a little bit of healing. Breath to follow. Does have a Trinket Mortical. Axe toss to stop the cast. Does have a Blink in case he needs to. Block instead. Young is definitely going to pop out of the block, but he's setting him up with a bunch of demons ahead of time. Try to go for that alt of time. Port right after. Young is going to end up altering backwards. But I think he's okay with it. He just wants to do some damage. But he's not in an amazing spot. No more blocks. And Rick so far, I think, like, stabilized for the most part. Unless Young just swoops in and lands a full Meteor, Comet Storm combo, shatters him. I think Rick is going to make a full recovery here. He's got himself first aid. Got himself good line of sight. Young can't catch a reset. All he can do is avoid the pets and slow him down as best as possible. But Rick has got himself so much damage from a distance. Dreadstalk is with an axe toss, locking out Young. It is over. It is so over for Young. He's trying to make one last play. One more blink. One more flurry. But it's not enough. With Bayek being last one left, it's going to get mad slowed immediately with a Hand of Freedom, keeping him running. Going to be a gateway out for Rick as a Hodge connects. That's actually huge for Rick. Does at least create some space. Mortical into Bayek. Bayek does not have a trinket anymore. He did use the Dark Iron Racial. Fear to follow is going to spam out into Bayek. Bayek taking a little bit of damage. Spell Warden, but the pets do physical damage. So there, he can't stop those. Going to be a Tyrant joining in. It's going to empower those pets. Reflect up on Rick for a second. Does have a port, I'm pretty sure. He needs himself as much recovery as possible. Blind on those pets. He's trying to give himself some cover. He's trying to see if he can break away from those pets. It's going to be Axos locking him unholy. Could be really bad for Bayek. Shield of Vengeance is available. Rick just getting some freebie damage from behind the pillar. Bayek with the lay on hands. Rick, unfortunately, does not have a way to break out of the stun. Does he have anything to follow up? I think Bayek potentially takes it. But unless Rick, there ain't no way. One more hammer toss and taking him out. With Dandruin going to be up next. Yet another Dark Card Dwarf. Try to give Bayek as much of a chance here. Try to give him opportunity to recover. Hey there, long-time viewer who's just running to WoW. Love the video. It's like so much big Dirk Kag. I'm messing up your name, man, but big. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate ya. Thank you. Play well. Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. Bayek is going to be up next versus Dan. Bayek's got a lot of the team 2 to get through. I don't think, maybe he can get through a Paladin and a DK and a Rogue. He's got a bubble. That's like the only thing that he's really got in his back pocket. Lay on Hands and Spell Warden both use versus Rick. He might be able to make something happen, man. Dirk G. Okay. I gotcha. It's going to be Dandruin just trying to see if he can keep some range damage onto Bayek. They're just trading blows without really coming into contact with one another. Dandruin looking to get a bit of healing. Dan needs to be very careful. Does he get blinded? I don't think he's got blinded. I think it was actually max range from it. Lay on Hands ahead of time. Stunned by Bayek. Try to keep his range from Dan. Just letting that Dawn Light do as much damage as possible. Dan may need to be looking for a bubble. Needs to find a way to lock down Bayek. If he can at least get a bubble out for Bayek, then Team Leo and Nasmeshka may actually have an easier time with this Paladino. It does go for the stun. Do you have the cooldowns again? He does have cooldowns. Bayek is looking a little rough though. Shield of Vengeance barely keeping him alive. Shield of Vengeance up for Dan. Bayek may be looking for a bubble here actually. Blind is trying his best to save that bubble. If he gives up a bubble right now, he won't have anything against Leo or Nasmeshka to stop their goes. but he just might have to send it. I'm wondering if Lay on Hands is coming back for him. Sending down for Mage Foot, unless Danduin stops it, stun immediately. Bayek refuses to bubble. Bayek decided, you know what? I'm probably dead if I don't bubble. I'm probably dead if I don't bubble. Dan does go for Spell Warden, so it's a good trade. Dan actually still stands a chance, man. He's getting stunned. Wait, if Dan stands a stun, I think he stands a chance to win. Searing Glare, he's gonna get hit, but he's trying to see if he can back up out. I don't think that's Searing Glare connected, honestly. Does he win? Oh, the hammer. He just needed that Hodge to come back just a little earlier, and he would have been okay. Appreciate you and your content, and I appreciate you, man. Leah up next. He's waiting his time, waiting his turn. Question is Bayek. I mean, at least Bayek is given a proper honor duel here. Question is, though, does he have Lay on Hands? Because that may help him. Shield of Endurance ain't gonna do nothing at 54%, 56% dampening. My apologies. He got Wake of Ashes. He's got a Trinket. He could use that. So Shield of Endurance, Trinket, wall coming up very soon. If you got Lay on Hands, maybe that's something you could do. Leo, I think it all depends what kind of a build he is. If he's the Reaper build, Bayek, I think if he's a Rider build, I think Bayek could maybe live that. But a Reaper, I'm not sure. Especially if Leo's spell steals like a really good ability, like a Hodge from Bayek. Like, that'd be massive. That'd be huge. Or even just Hand of Freedom so you can stay with Bayek the entire time. But it's given him as much of an honor duel as possible. Unfortunately, Bayek, he got Darker and Rachel coming back up soon as well. So maybe, I don't even know if that would be enough to really help him win. That might be kind of helpful, but not really. Chain of Ice out for Leo. Immediate blind for Bayek with a Searing Glare. Bayek, well, AMS out for Leo. Bayek knows he doesn't want to send that damage into AMS. He's just going to get absorbed. He wants that Dawn Light to deal damage to Leo. Blind by Leo. Stun right after Bayek. Trinkets a wall to follow. Shield of Endurance to come out immediately. I don't know if he's got Lay on Hands. If you have it, use it now unless it's over. Yeah. He was Riders, actually. He was a Rider build. Never mind. Rick picking up 4. My man Rick. Dude, we haven't seen Rick in a while, but also he hasn't been able to play at all. But now he can. So now we can get him in. Man, why is it zooming out so far? Let's get another one going, boys.